I was raised by immigrant parents who moved me and my family to the United States when I was 13 years old. After being here for 5 years, we suffered some major immigration problems that forced us out of the country to go back to London, England. When we were in London, England, we had left behind our American dream, our home, my parents' business, my future education at a major university. But after being in London for about 3 weeks, we got an appointment with the US Embassy. And that day was glorific. And it was glorific because on that day, my father, my mother, and myself got granted permanent residency to re-enter the United States of America. However, on that same glorific day, my sister got denied entry into the US. Why was she denied? She was denied because she's severely mentally and physically handicapped. And my parents were told that she can never contribute to American society. So right there, from a high to a low, my parents had a decision to make. And they made the decision for us to get back on a plane and try to re-enter into the US. When we landed in the US, my father said, this is probably going to take a while. We were taken by customs. And there were questions and questions and more questions. They kept looking at documents, looking at paperwork, and they wanted to see if there was anything that could substantiate my sister being allowed back into the country. Well, after hours and hours and hours, nothing could appear. We didn't have anything. My parents didn't have anything. But the head of the customs agency in the city we landed came in, and she said, Mr. and Mrs. Philip Neri, it would be inhumane, un-American, unkind if I did not allow your daughter to go back to Denver with her family. So on this day, I'm going to grant her access into America, and I welcome you guys to the United States of America. So what did I learn from that episode of my life that translates to being undefeated? Was that my parents took a chance. They took a huge chance. They did not know what was going to happen when we landed in the States, but they took a chance. And they bet on human kindness, human decency, somebody's heart, someone's compassion. And that's what won. So in your life, wherever you're at, personal, professional, entrepreneurship, you work for someone else, an athlete, you're going to be tasked with, do you take a chance? And you don't always know what the outcome is going to be. And I would tell you that's part of being undefeated, is learning how to take a chance, even though you don't know what's at the end or what that decision is going to be. The second thing I learned from that story is that even in a big government bureaucratic business, one person can make a difference. And yes, did they bend the rules? They did. Not sure whatever happened in that lady's career. But that one person made a decision. She made one decision based on human kindness, based on empathy, based on her values that she could live with. So those are the two lessons: taking a chance and making one decision based on your values. That's what I learned from that episode of my life. Coach Al Philip Neri.